Good afternoon, I am Numinotophilist UK, and today I would like to talk to you about the provincial banks of Salisbury in Wiltshire. The origins of English banking can be found in the activities of the goldsmith bankers of London in the 17th century. By 1810, there were 721 provincial banks in England. Clearly, there was an explosion in the provision of banking facilities. By 1820, every town of substance had its own local bank that issued local banknotes. Let's now take a look at the Salisbury banks. Salisbury had several privately owned banks in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Firstly, we have the Salisbury and Shaftesbury Bank, which ran between 1782 and, like so many provincial banks of the era, it went bust in 1810. The bank was owned by three local businessmen: George Wyndham, whose signature appears in the bottom right-hand corner of the note, and his partners Bowles and Ogden. Next up is the Sarum Bank, later known as the Sarum City Bank, which ran from 1782 until it also suffered bankruptcy in 1810, having a grand lifespan of approximately 28 years. After the collapse of the Sarum City Bank, three friends called Brodie, Dowding and Luxford launched their own adventure, eponymously named the Salisbury Bank. This ran from 1811 until it too went to pot in 1847. Here is an example which recently sold at a D&W auction in 2010. The new Sarum Bank sprang up around the same time as the Salisbury Bank. It was open for business between 1811 and 1859 until it was taken over by the Pinckney brothers, who rebranded it as the Salisbury Old Bank. Here we have an example of a Salisbury Old Bank banknote, image courtesy of the British Museum. The Salisbury Old Bank was one of the most successful of the Salisbury banking institutions. It in turn was taken over by the Wiltshire Dorset Banking Company, which in turn was merged into Lloyds TSB, one of the UK's major banks today. I'm planning on building a set of Salisbury provincial banknotes over the next few years. At the present moment, I only have one such note in my collection, so let's take a look. So, here is my very own Salisbury and Shaftesbury banknote. It's a £1 note, serial number 546. It measures 12 centimetres by 20 centimetres, so quite large as notes go. On the top left we have an iconic image of Salisbury Cathedral, and on the top right the city arms, our shield, with two-headed eagles either side. It's signed by Thomas Ogden, bottom right, and reads, "I promise to pay the sum of £1 to the bearer on demand at either of the above banks," and dated Salisbury, 23rd of April 1810, making this banknote an amazing 210 years old. Let's turn it over and have a look. On the back is the bankruptcy writ, which says, "At the White Hart Inn in the city of New Sarum, September the 7th, 1810. Exhibited to us under a commission of bankrupt against William Bowden, Thomas Ogden and George Wyndham. I shall be sending this banknote to PMG in the US for grading soon, as it's very fragile and delicate. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more of my collections.